Please like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification for instant updates.
Hello all, welcome to Free Tree Family. Today we're going to see about some logical functions, especially AND, OR, XOR, SOR and OR, NOT, logical functions, and a few examples on how it works. Alright, so briefly what we're going to achieve at the end of the day is, for example, if we select a range and then we enter a number, it should be able to say it is within the range or not. For example, if I press 11, it should say outside the range. If I press 2, it should say within the range, right? That's first, using AND and IF function. Second, what we're going to do is we're going to have a mark sheet of John, and we're going to see if he has failed all subject or he has passed at least one subject, right? So if he has got less than 40 everywhere, so then it says failed all subjects. If he has got at least one subject, he has got more than 40, it says passed at least one subject. Again, we're going to accomplish this using OR and IF. Next, we're going to do a very small example of XOR function, where we have two capital allocations. We can choose from one of these two, and then we can say if the allocation is good. If both are more than 25,000, it says check allocation again. All right, so let's jump right to it. So before we go for explanation, let's roughly go through what we have. So Excel logical functions, the basic are for, AND, OR, SOR and NOT. We have a combination of all these. For example, NOT and AND, NOT and OR, and NOT and other functions can be used in conjunction also. Needless to say, these logical functions can go inside if function, can go inside other functions also as an enabler. So how this works for those people who are interested in Boolean logic is this. I hope this is clear. It's a very basic thing. I think I learned this when I was in school. You guys can take a screenshot of this if you want, but this is how it works. Okay. All right. So now let's run through it. The first example, we have to select a range 1 and 10 and then enter the number to check, right? So in the solution, what we do is we can accomplish this using two types. One is using nested if, one is using AND function. So let's do the AND function, and this will be nested inside an if function. So first let's type in if, and logical test would be AND. So the AND function works like this. You have to just keep entering the logical arguments that you have in terms of expressions, and as long as the expressions are true or false, the AND function returns true or false. And if function works as if it's a actual condition, like one condition, not a multiple condition. All right, okay. So what is the first thing we have to check? We have to check if this number is greater than the minimum. That is the first condition. And second condition is we have to check if this number is less than the maximum number. Correct? These two are the only checkings we have to do. After that, we close. The AND is done. So if the AND function is true, that means it is within the range, right? So we have to display it within the range. So we put double quotes and type within range. And if it is not within range, we have to put within double quotes not within range. That's it, right? And we press 11, is not within range. Okay, I hope this is useful. Now let's go for the next one, OR. So OR function, it works in multiple ways. We can, in fact, OR and AND are two functions which we use almost everyday basis. So what we do here is we have a set of marks with John scored. So if he has at least passed in one subject, it shows here he passed at least one subject. The pass mark is 40. So if he gets 39 in this, he's failed in all subjects. Essentially, we do checking one by one, and then if he scored at least more than 40 in one subject, we give him this particular comment, right? All right, so how do we do it? Again, the same thing. We go for if, and then in the place of logical test, we press OR, and then the first logical test is the mark is greater than 40. Second would be second one greater than 40, third greater than 40, and so on. Right? That completes the OR function. So if this is true, what does this mean? He has at least scored one subject more than 40, right? So we can give him the feedback passed at least one subject. And if this is false, it means he failed all, right? So that is a very short summary as to how this works. If you select, even this one is 41, you see this comment, passed all subjects. If this is 39, yeah, it works, right? So this is a very short summary of how a OR function works. Now XOR function is hardly used. I have not used it often, so I've just made up this example honestly, and I'm assuming a scenario where a accountant is supposed to have two capital allocations, allocation 1, allocation 2, and allocation 1 has to be one of these two has to be less than 25, and both cannot be less than 25,000, and both cannot be more than 20,000 at the same time, right? So that's why in this case both are greater than 25,000, 40, and it says check allocation again. If one of these is less than 25,000, it says allocation is good, right? So how did I do this? Again, the same logic. I press if, and in place of logical text, I put SOR. So what is the first argument? This one is greater than 25,000. Second function is this one greater than 25,000. And if these both are true, that is if XOR is true, then I'll have to say allocation is good. If not good, I have to say check allocation. So because we chose one less than 25 and one greater than 25, it looks good. If I change it to 40, it says check allocation again, right? So it's a very brief overview of how XOR works. I hope this was useful. Thank you for your time.